Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back to the Honorable Mention Podcast.
Son,
Shit, he did it.
the listeners' ears are now busted. Say something wild, everybody.
What?
I guess not.
You can't catch us off guard like that.
What was it? Episode 95?
95, right?
95. 95 was a good year to me. I was 3 years old. I had a Power Ranger party. And I got all the toys from the Lion King set.
This nigga ain't.
Nigga, that was last year.
I got my first job in 95.
And we know
pardon? What?
This nigga
was a bearded toddler.
Yeah.
Lou got his first job at 53. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That is nuts. How's everybody doing, man?
We here, man. We alive.
It's
Good, man.
I think
Luckily.
we're alive.
As good as we could be, man.
You know, I
Fantastic.
really thought yesterday was going to be like the grand finale of this like fireworks saga.
Nope.
And today
Think
it's
again.
still going, yo.
Think
Niggas
again.
just went to phase 2.
They just hit the intro.
Yo, that's
They
what I
just hit
thought
the
too.
intro. On the intro.
Yo, I thought that too. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be able to sleep good tonight. And then I heard boom. I said, oh,
Yeah.
this nigga still got more.
I was
You
really
heard
sitting there
boom,
like,
man. See
yo,
one color in the sky.
Nope.
y'all been going for 3 months straight and still save the big guns. Like, how? How?
I'm not going to say where I was at yesterday, but one of my friends and all that stuff had just like garbage bags full of literally, I've never in my life seen these kinds. Like, y'all saw the video I put up on Instagram. The joint was waving like the inflatable arm tube man. Like, it was just going like all over the place. And they put it in like the playground of the school, but there's no kids there. It was late at night.
Yeah.
And if there was, I don't know. What do you want me to tell
They
you?
saw a show. It's lit.
Yeah, it was lit.
Nobody
Yeah,
lost a
neighbors
finger.
came,
Real good.
but it was crazy because it's like I was in Springfield Gardens last night, and where my friend's brother house is.
I'm not gonna say where I was, but I'm gonna say where I was.
He's getting real
Yeah,
specific.
I'm not going to say where in Springfield Gardens. On
147th Avenue.
Oh, never. No, wait, that's the warehouse. That's where the truck warehouses are, and the park.
What you
But,
been doing there, James?
I live over here.
I live in the truck.
I live in
He's
the
like,
truck.
I'm over here existing.
Nah, but literally all around us, I've never experienced something like this before. There was fireworks just like going off every 2 seconds from every direction. It was kind of cool, but it was also kind of scary. We heard a couple gunshots. There was no sizzles.
Springfield, regular shit.
After that joint.
Oh,
But,
was that the one that was on Citizen? I think I saw something like that the other night.
Which was
Like,
probably several on Citizen.
Yeah, and I was
I
like,
hope
be
the
more
Citizen
specific.
alerts-
it was like one
Gunshot, no
specific
sizzle.
one around where I think you might have been.
Oh, could have been. I got one today that said, man possibly may have gun. And I was like, well, what the fuck is he doing with it? Is he waving it? Is he busting that shit off?
Is he just
boofing it.
cleaning it in his backyard?
Is he just cleaning it? And like,
How sure are we?
yeah, I went to go get coconut water. I need to know because it said 0.2 miles away.
Yeah, you
Never
don't want to get
find
shot
out.
at a nutriment from Poppy.
You definitely don't want an alert that says
I
possibly
also
might
don't
have.
want a nutriment. Yeah, possibly might have. And I'm like,
Like,
who's
yo,
calling this shit in?
it's a slow news day for Citizen. Like they
Oh,
they
yeah.
reporting on possibly might haves.
Possibly,
exactly.
maybe. No, that's you, the police. You're
Always
supposed
sometimes
to,
maybe type shit.
or the police scanner, because it's not the police; it's the police scanner.
That seems appropriate for a police scanner. It's like someone possibly might have done something. Shoot,
See, somebody go check that out.
and then ask
All right.
questions after to see.
Possibly, maybe, black or Latino male, ranging from the height of 5'1" to 6'11", ages between 18 and 62.
Damn.
Possibly, maybe be having a gun, or it's just a cell phone, like
Or
what?
his wallet.
Wear
Or his
Nikes.
wallet.
Some facial hair.
Some facial.
Black or
as vague as possible.
Black or Latino male minding his business, but he's doing it aggressively. Like what? How do you mind your business aggressively?
He
I'm
might,
already
either,
doing it aggressively.
he might either have a hoodie on or a button-up shirt.
Wearing clothing. That's what it
yeah.
says. God forbid it says butt ass naked. It's a wrap for you.
Oh, it's
You get
Butt-ass-
Billy. You get Billy Club down.
Yeah.
butt ass naked would possibly maybe have. Nah, those are the instances where you would think someone would use their taser, not tackle the butt ass naked man who possibly boof the nine.
I seen an episode of Cops where niggas was wrestling a butt ass naked dude on PCP in a barbershop. It was amazing.
They was trained for this, son.
That just sounds like Borat.
The niggas was going in.
Yo.
Butt naked PCP
they were.
Was like cock slapping him and shit. It was wild. He definitely won that fight.
That's a cock fight for real.
If I'm a cop and I get cock smacked, I'm retiring on the spot. Like, that's it for me.
That'd be the one time where like officer shoots dude, and I'd be like, I mean, he slapped him with his dick. Like,
yo, that body cam footage is wild.
Yo, you smacked the body cam with your cock?
Yo,
it was way more body than cams.
What's on the docket though?
I don't know anymore. I don't know where we went with that.
Let's slide out of this conversation.
Yeah,
look how we got Lou.
Oh God!
Now all I think was the dude on PCP on a slip and slide. Like that's just like
wow.
Dude
on PCP signed the slip and slide.
Do they still make slip and slides?
Yeah, they still make slip and slides.
Wow.
Him and Trick Daddy.
I know they definitely make slip and slides because all the IG thoughts use them and cover them in baby oil.
Oh no, I think those are just like folded up tarps, right?
No, let's continue that trend.
That's what isn't that what a slip and slide is, really?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the play school joint. Like the stuff that we had as kids, like super soakers, slip and slides,
it's still around.
Crazy daisies.
I don't know what the fuck a crazy daisy is.
Crazy daisy was just like the you attach it to the hose.
Oh, no,
it just goes.
Yeah. It sounded like somewhere if you explain what it was. I know what it was. I just
like a strain of weed or something.
Crazy daisy.
Yo, it really does. That's just. It sounds like it's a.
Sounds like it get you fucked up.
That just sounds like a psychedelic.
I like it. I like it.
Let's try it.
Crazy daisies. Yeah, I'll do some crazy.
Homebody crazy daisies coming soon.
It's cool how like that shit had one function and it wasn't really that intricate, but like it was worth buying. Niggas was making bank. No, nigga, the actual crazy daisy. Just doing this. Spraying water.
Yeah, look how much money
Real unnecessary. You didn't need it, but you needed that.
Yeah.
What's her name? Marcy got a trampoline in her backyard. They bought one like sometime like last month, and they've been trying to get me.
Cost? I feel like that's
her sister bought it off another dude for like $250.
Chris, you too big.
Hold on, they bought it off another dude.
Yeah, that never.
They got a trampoline connect.
Apparently, like her sister knows people. Her sister is like well connected through like Long Island. I'm like, are you like a kingpin or something? Like, what is this? Why do you know everybody?
I don't know. Once you got a trampoline guy, you well connected. That's what
you know about these streets.
They're begging Chris to go on that trampoline.
Yeah, they really were. Until the point like Marcy's about to give me $10 to go on the trampoline. I mean, I asked for the $10. I'm like, yo, give me 10.
See, Chris gonna be jumping on the trampoline. The baby gonna be on there, and then he gonna jump down. The baby gonna fly over the.
Amazing.
It's just. You said amazing.
Yeah.
Nah, the thing with
that's
me
getting
is,
a lot of views on TikTok, so I'm just letting you know.
I was like,
that is.
They were like, oh, go on the trampoline, and I was like, oh, I just don't want to. They're like, why? And I'm like, I just didn't want to. Like, I wasn't in the mood to trampoline that day. And then like
there's a mood for it.
Yeah, like her compromise.
How do you set the mood to trampoline? You just like
first of
put
all,
some candles around the trampoline, some roses, put on a little Marvin Gaye.
First of all, the Marvin Gaye for trampoline is nuts.
I was filled with chicken. Like, I'm not gonna go on the trampoline after I'm being filled with chicken.
Trampolines
Look at her through the grapevine on the trampoline. That's wild.
Wow. So then her compromise to
Marvin
me.
Gaye scatting while he's doing backflips.
Her compromise to me was just sit on the trampoline. I was like, if I don't want to jump on the trampoline because I'm just not in, why would I just want to sit on?
Now you're on the trampoline. It's easier to get you to do things from here.
To do the things that I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, this is just another example of my relationship not being respected, of my wishes and stuff like that. I respectfully said no.
You took it?
Marcy just told me, baby, just come sit on the bed.
Just sit down on the bed. That's it. I'm not asking for much. Like, nothing's gonna happen. Just sit.
And then the 7-year-old started talking to me. She was like, "Why? Because you scared?" And I was like, "Yo, dog." Like, She's like, why don't you want to go? Is it because you think you're gonna break it, or you just scared? And I'm like, you just call me a fat pussy? Like, why?
Yeah,
You be
straight up.
On one hand, you being coerced by a girl. On the other hand, you being bullied
By a 7-year-old. I'm like,
it's a rough day.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, I just
fucked
came
with the
over
energy
here
though.
to kill time until my haircut. Like, I didn't come here for this abuse. And then I was like, all right, you give me $10, I'll go on the trampoline. Because I did have
The
plans
7-year-old
on
busted out the
trampoline.
10.
But on my terms, not on anybody else's terms other than mine. Right?
See, I wanted to do it, but now that you're making me do it, I don't want to do it.
Of course, Chris got terms that he got a trampoline.
Exactly. So then...
Oh, your Chris's life.
No, the whole reason why I didn't want to go is because I was wearing sweats. And when I wear sweat shorts, I don't wear drawers. So I'm not getting on a trampoline with no drawers. But that's no one else's business other than my own. And then they kept pushing me, so I had to say,
now,
like, I ain't got no drawers.
Now you see why he wanted to set the mood. It all makes sense.
So I was like, yo, dog.
Marvin Gaye scatting while his balls are flapping. I got you.
Trying to Marvin Gaye and get it on. I see him.
I'm not going to jump on a trampoline when I got no drawers on. And then again, that wasn't good enough for her. She was like, oh, just turn around. And I'm like, all right, but if I turn around, that's facing the neighbor's window. And I'm just flapping in the neighbor's window.
Looking at wild ball.
Yeah, and I'm like,
you want to
just
show us on the doll where she touched you? Because like it sounds like it was a real rough time for you.
Like, I just want my wishes respected when I say it nice and calm. That's it. And because then they keep pushing me, and then when I start yelling and cursing, then I'm just angry and mean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you ignored me the first 7 times.
30 minutes of me being chill about it, saying, "Nah, I just don't want to do it." It's like niggas telling me, "Yo, get in the pool." Like, I don't want to get in the pool.
I don't want to.
I don't like water like that, bro.
See, Chris,
that's it.
Chris, that's why you fucked up. All you had to do was say, "All right, I'm gonna get on in like 5-10 minutes."
And then just leave?
And then just leave.
Yeah.
Because the more you tell them you don't want to go, the more they're going to try to convince you.
Yeah, but the also thing is, like, I'm also not a liar. Because then they're going to call me a liar, and they're going to try to use that against me later on.
Not technically. You could have been planning to get on there in 10 minutes. Yeah. But now you got your hair
Something came up.
So,
something came up, man.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm going to go on the trampoline eventually, just when, like...
Oh, so wait. So
my ball piece is fully secured. No, I didn't have drawers on. I'm not jumping.
You got to be like me and set precedents for no fucking set precedents for no fucking reason. You
gotta play dead presidents before you get on the trampoline.
You gotta have like really unimportant stances that you ready to die for. Like me not watching The Office.
Trampoline.
Like, all summer you not getting on that trampoline now.
Yeah.
Wow.
It might be clipped for
we
the
gotta
trampoline.
figure out how to get Marcell.
Like, you gotta stand for some bullshit for no apparent reason.
Nah, I told her if she keep bothering me, I'm gonna stab the middle of the trampoline. So when y'all jump on, you're just gonna go right through the shit.
See, what I said was, all right.
My bad.
Think about the 7-year-old that's growing up to punch people in the mouth when they don't do what she says, man. Like, think about her happiness.
She's my favorite. That's my little.
She's your favorite because she said you had. She has to be.
That's my 4-4 bulldog right there. That's the little shooter. But speaking of 4-4 bulldog, everybody heard the Pop album?
Yeah, buddy.
Wow. Yeah, buddy.
That's a song. That's song number 4.
R.I.P. to the Woo.
I bring that up specifically because that's one of my favorite songs. That song comes on, I'm looking for danger.
Nigga, that album come on, I'm looking for danger. His love songs come on, and I'm just like, how are you so aggressive about loving a bitch?
About romance.
Hey, he's not aggressive. He's passionate. There's a difference.
Okay.
You got to say, that's
you
what
got
they'll
it,
say.
Amanda.
Fields?
Yeah.
Huh? What? Oh no! I got to update.
Oh, I thought he was frozen.
Yeah,
no, my bad.
He was frozen mentally.
Yeah, I just got to update. All right, cool.
All right.
And the reason that I just read 4-4 Bulldog. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what's coming out. That's coming out.
Okay.
This is.
But anyway, everybody heard the album?
Yeah,
I did.
Love it. I'm. You know what?
It's real depressing for me. Not from like, oh, he's dead and gone, and like he didn't. It's more of like, I see what it could have been, And like one of the saddest things for me, like shit that always fucks me up is like seeing the potential there and knowing like it's never just gonna, like no one's ever gonna put the work into that they could have to make it what it could have been. In his case, he's not here to do that.
Yeah. Right.
And also, like on top of that, there's a whole lot of shit on here that just reads like labels doing their bullshit and not actually consulting with the people that were with them.
That's the thing where it's such it's such a unusual, like not foreseen circumstance where no one can say that 1,000% for sure.
That's true too.
That's the thing. Because like,
but it is kind of hard to believe like Fivey's not on this shit at all. As cool as those niggas are.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I saw what's his name, 147 Cowboy or somebody. So I probably butchered the name, but somebody came on and said that on I think Diana, the joint with King Combs, they took his verse off but kept like some of his ad libs and how that wasn't cool. I don't know the reasoning for that. That has nothing to do with me. But I saw like people question like the King's Comb verse and the Karol G verse and stuff like that. And
yeah, the Karol G was a little interesting.
I thought about it.
Was sloppy all over that shit.
Yeah.
I thought about it for both of them, and I was like, I could make a case that, you know, maybe they spoke and maybe that's something that was in the works, because all intents and purposes, Pop did talk all that, you know, he did speak to Latin women with all the, she called me Poppy, Mommy, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't know any.
He's also Latin. Niggas Panamanian.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. He's what? He's Panamanian and Jamaican, right?
I don't know. I didn't know he was mixed.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
might be. That's a tough thing. That's a tough mix. Like, I know the only other Panamanian I know. This is tough. Yeah, that's a tough man.
Facts.
But yeah, like if I had to think of more like popular, I guess like mainstream, like someone like a Karol G, having her on this album kind of brings a new audience, kind of pushes it.
That's true.
To a thing. So I was like, it may not be his intention or something that he would have kept if he was around to have final say, but I don't see it as something that hurt him as far as help with the numbers, which financially helps his family. That's how I left it.
Keep in mind, even if he was alive, he was signed to a major label, there's gonna be people on your album that you don't want there because the label's just like, nah, they're also someone that we're trying to get hot. We need both of y'all to work together to expand your audience. Like, that shit happens all the time. Quavo being on there makes sense because they were actually working together on a bunch of shit. But
like
that's
literally
also,
sitting
like,
next to each other.
Labels just like, yo, all those Quavo joints make the album.
Yeah, I remember. I think he was doing an interview with Angie, and he said he had a bunch of Quavo records. Him.
Oh, they was locking in for a little while,
for days. Yeah.
Before he died, you know.
But you know what?
I like when rappers do that. They're just like, yo, we in the same city for X amount of time. We got however many beats. Just knock out all the shit, whatever's hot when we're done.
I like it, but I also don't like it because I hear a lot of artists say, yo, I got like 100. I got like 1,000 songs in the vault and all that stuff. Well, I was like, are you going to let me listen to them or are you just going to talk about it? You dickhead?
Yeah, no, usually they're going to, 85% of the time, they're just going to not let you hear it.
Keep it.
Like, so what you do is like, when you're like them, you just record, like when you're artists like that, you record a shit ton of stuff. And then out of that, you just take whatever's the best.
Yeah. 85% of it is not going to be as good as what you hear or what comes out.
Yeah, it's like me saying, I got like 100 designs in the tuck. I'm not going to tell you I got 100 designs unless 100 of them, 100 are like ready to go and they're fire and I stand behind it. Yeah. Like, I don't want to hear about all the other versions and like of Pop Smoke cover that Virgil had when he just put out the one trash one. Like, I don't want to.
That shit was gone.
Let's get into that.
Yo, we got to get Virgil out of here.
Yeah, we got to cancel Virgil.
Got to keep it 2 Virgils, man.
It doesn't even, like, it can be like all other cancellations where it's not permanent, but we need you to go away for a while,
little bit.
reconnect with who you used to be as a designer, because you lost it, bro.
There needs to be like a reassessment.
Like I was telling my boy, he needs to go sit down, listen to some Tribe. Remember, he's from somewhere. He worked real hard to get to where he is. Remember, you were good at this shit.
It's crazy. It's crazy because he did ASAP album cover. He did
which one?
Do
you know?
They all like have the same like ASAP Live Long Prosper, some Star Trek looking shit.
Yeah.
If
it wasn't testing, then I believe it.
Yeah. Oh, he did the Watch the Throne album cover. Oh, so it's like, how do you do something like that? Yeah, I saw it off of.
You were good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. Oh, he did that. He did the Yeezus cover. He was one of the first people that I saw, because now it's like a big thing in the design world with posting up like the CD covers and the cassette tapes with your like name and all that stuff on it.
Did he do the Nas cover then? For the Lost Tapes?
No, I didn't see that on the slide. But inspired by like whoever did it, probably inspired by the Yeezus, which was Virgil. So it's like, yo, how do you do all of these things? Excuse me. And then this cover, and I'm supposed to expect that you put in the same amount of time and effort and thought into this. Because I saw a lot of people clown him for, it's like, yo, he did this in 5 minutes and da-da-da-da-da-da. Dog, I can do certain things in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and it'll come across a lot cleaner than that bullshit. I know for a fact that it wasn't necessarily 5 minutes, just because of like certain techniques that he had to use that are just like, just technically going to take literally more than 5 minutes. But it just speaks to the lack of effort and caring about it. And one of the greatest things that I saw was, as soon as that happened, as soon as that put up, because that was Monday night, I was watching the Fab and Jada verses, and I sat down, I had my drink, and my laptop was open. And that's when I started working on my cover. And because I was like, I know I'm not bugging. I know this isn't real. I know, because I didn't even really look at the backlash. I just saw it for myself and knew that it was trash, and just got to working on my own shit. Yeah. And came up with what I came up with. Mm-hmm. And then I go on Twitter, and between that and the next day, I start seeing a bunch of other like designers have the same like sentiments. Yeah. And I was like, everything that everyone did was better than that. Even the worst fan-made ones were better than the Virgil one. And it irked me to my soul that was the case, that the culture more or less put that man in that position for him to do that bullshit.
That shit just seemed like a slip up when I saw it.
It's a slip up.
Because like I do this shit on Instagram where like I post bad album covers every now and then, because I'd always scream at niggas like album art is very important, and we don't think it's as important as it is in rap, because you see a lot of bad rap covers of niggas just like, yo, it's me standing by the car. Like that's like the artwork needs to mean something. But anyway, like when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is just instantly going on this fucking list with all of the other horrible ones, like fucking Baby Goat by Lil Goat.
Oh yeah, that one
niggas being birthed out of a goat.
That one was
horrible. But
they'll probably pick that one over this one.
I would, because it's so bad, it's actually kind of good.
Yeah.
But like, how do you go from the Pray for Paris cover to this shit? Pray for Paris cover is actually fire. This just looks like you threw it together in 10 seconds. Like, it's disgusting.
It's crazy, because then after that, I try to recreate it. Literally takes you under 15 minutes.
Yeah, I saw a video of some dude on Twitter doing it, and he's just like, ice cubes, barbed wire, done.
Yeah.
And he made the tattoo look fake also.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like accentuated it.
It looked weird.
Which made it seem like the album was called Faith instead of what it actually was called. I remember when I first saw it, like I kept seeing it pop up, and I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And I kept seeing it, and I'm like, what is that? I didn't even know it was a cover. I'm just like, why do people keep posting this bullshit as an image? And that's how it was a cover. Like, nah, this can't be the cover. And I didn't know Virgil did it at the time. on like the fucking 50 do this shit himself. Like that's what I'm just thinking.
50 might have done a better job.
Yeah, he's sitting at the computer on Photoshop is just hilarious to me.
That's another thing, because as much as I love 50 and all that stuff, I think his sense for like what works and what doesn't work artistically might be a little off. Not like musically, like visual art,
visual
and stuff like
he doesn't strike me as the kind of person that has really good art taste.
Because even 50 put it up, and he was like, July 3rd, blah blah blah. You know, we need a Virgil on this. I seen your work. I like what you do. And then the backlash came, and he was like, man, Virgil, what the is this bullshit? Blah blah blah.
He turned on Virgil
like,
and Victor real quick.
Yeah, but then 50 started posting all of like the fan made ones, which I liked a lot. But it's I don't know, man. I'm just upset that we let somebody who for a long time now seems like he doesn't care about us in such a high position. And then like other things started coming to light.
I did hear that Pop wanted him to do it. That's the thing. So like it came off more disrespectful to me that he did that.
Yeah,
and Pop wanted him to do it.
Yeah,
the thing is, he thought that shit was fire. So in his brain, he thought he was doing Pop justice.
Yeah,
he's like, "Yo, this is dope."
And Pop's manager thought it was fire at first until he seen the backlash.
Pop's manager just thought Virgil Abloh did it, so it was amazing. Pop's manager just
that's
quickly
what
learned, like, nah, nigga,
and that's
take your head out of his ass, and Virgil learned to take his head out of his own ass.
And that's the problem that I have with a lot of these people, like Virgil, like where your name speaks more than your work.
Yeah,
and it should never get to that point. I would
feel like
never.
In today's climate, that happens often. Where
I hate it.
Like people get to a certain status where it's just like, all right, now everything they do is dope because they're them, and it's just like, nah, you can't do that. Their name only holds the value that it has by them continuing to do the work that they've been doing.
I feel like
1,000%.
I feel like with that, like you look at like when Kanye first started doing Yeezy when he was with Nike. That was fire or whatever. Then as he like gradually went into Adidas, and then he got the clothing, it went from everybody used to think it was hot, and then when they looked at the clothes and it was like shirts with holes in it that's like $500, everybody kind of started to jump out of that bandwagon and like wasn't like, oh, everything is fire. Everybody started to kind of like really look at it for what it was, and it's like, yo, I'm not buying a sweater for $500 that has a hole in it. That's plain. Yeah. Like I could just make that myself.
We could do it ourselves. That it's the same thing. Like I had the same beef I had with Virgil, I've had with Kanye and his merch for a while when he was doing the Pablo shirts where it was just medieval type with like a gold like texture to it.
Yeah, the
it's
gold
trash.
foil over it.
Yeah, the gold foil. It sucks. It's bad design. Just because it's Kanye's name. If you took Kanye's name off of that and you wore that, you would get clowned. People would have thought you bought that from like Conway. Like you suck. Like get you and your Kmart shirt. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Like what would you get that shirt? Rainbow? Is that your little sister shirt? Like what is that?
I'm special.
It's always terrible when you're like hype about an album or something. You're like, yo, I can't wait to cop this merch, and the merch comes out, and you're just like, I don't like none of this shit.
Nope. This shit is
like the fucking Jesus is King album. I was like, yo, I enjoy this album. I think it's really dope. I like the movie that came out. I thought that was dope. And I was like, let me see this merch. I'll support him because I don't buy music anymore. So I usually just buy album merch. Oh, that shit was horrible. And it was expensive as fuck. And I was just like, all right, nigga, you don't really need the support anyway. Freddie Gibbs going to get all my money because Alfredo came out and he had shirts designed like it was a fucking pasta restaurant. That's really good design.
Have you ever bought merch from a project where the project sucked or wasn't to your liking, but the
so fire?
That's exactly what I was. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
I haven't heard that album from the day that it dropped, but I love those hoodies.
Nah, the whole thing with Virgil.
Which album? I missed it. It froze on me. Which album?
The last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole Virgil thing, why that gets on my nerves is because more and more evidence started coming out of his just like not caringness, I guess, where he was paid by IKEA to design a rug for them, and he just made it the receipt. It's like an IKEA receipt, and then I think the customer name up top said Virgil, and I think that was the whole thing. Now, for someone of that magnitude,
that sounds so whack.
Yeah,
shitty.
Like, but he really thinks that meta shit is cool, but like it was cool the first 2 times you did it. Now it's not.
But there was another one that did that. He just took like a regular IKEA rug and just put rug on it, like with the quotes. Just does.
Yeah.
After a while, it's no longer cute. It's just lazy. And we've seen you put in this amount of effort to these concepts and all that stuff enough times where it's no longer cute. It's lazy. Like, if you're going to do that, you also have to have these other projects that show that you've put some thought and some creativity and some originality into it. But back to that IKEA receipt, there's another designer by the name of Sean Brown, I believe. I hope that I'm getting that right at the top of my head.
Hope so too. That's a very simple name.
Yeah. No, I just gonna mix it up. Where I found him on Twitter a while ago, and he does these, again, rugs, but they're CD covers. They're
I saw that shit. OD sent me that.
Yeah, and love it. Perfect. It's simple.
Fire.
It's great.
Yeah, it is Sean Brown.
Sean Brown, thank God.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not losing my mind.
You're good.
Yet. Amazing. I support that way more than Virgil, even though it's literally on the same amount of thought.
Oh, this is hard.
It's not only that, it's application. It's what that does. Who the fuck wants an IKEA receipt in their house?
Yeah, it's
rather
not
than
making your
you're in your man
cool.
cave. Yeah, unless you're in your man cave and then you got Jay-Z's first album as your rug in the center of it, or wherever the fuck, or Outkast album, or whatever.
When OD sent me that shit, I was like, yo, if he made one for my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I would have to buy it.
Yeah, it's that kind. I think it takes custom orders.
Yeah. I feel like that's just expensive. I'll look into it, though.
I think it's like $350 a rug.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. For a rug. Yeah, for a rug lasts forever. Like, I don't mind spending $300-$400
as long as you clean that shit.
Not even. You don't even, like, don't touch my rug. Don't step on my rug, you dick. Like, that's... Get away from my rug.
Float over the center of this room.
Exactly. Yes.
James is the only person invited to my house. He's the only one that'd pull it off.
I will be able to float.
Yeah.
I can.
We all float down here.
I just like to make it seem like James has magical powers.
No, I do. I actually do.
All right, moving on.
That Virgil shit gets under my skin because there's so many talented designers out there.
Speaking of which, I wanted to ask you.
Should be getting more attention.
I know with me, I have producers that like I get really excited for anytime they drop anything because like I'm not in the design world. I don't know if like graphic designers have other graphic designers that they follow closely with it. Just like, yo, I can't wait to see the next shit that so-and-so is working on. Yeah. Do you have anyone that you like really fuck with?
With me, I feel like I'm a very special case where I don't have a particular style that I like. I'm into, just like how I'm into cartoons and thing like that. I'm 28 years old and I fucking love the new DuckTales. Like, that's not something that should be coming out of my mouth at 28 years old, tatted up.
I like the new Thundercats when it came out. I felt you on that shit.
Yeah, so it's like there's certain things that I find just like adorable. So it's like I'm fans of.
James made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm more fans of visual work. Like I made an effort now to be more of a fan of like comic book artists over recent years. Okay, where a lot of the times that's my selling point on a lot of comics is the art.
Is the art, yeah.
Yeah.
See, like for me, I knew like you were into just like artists, but I didn't know if they were just like graphic designers specifically. Since you are a graphic designer, if there was one where you just, I really like this guy's work. It's not really any type of recognition, really. Like you get your credit for designing the thing, but you don't ever come across like, yo, this is such and such a graphic designer. And
you don't really
catalog of work.
I think
and
it's elevated over like like growing up, like in college and all that stuff, they teach you about like Milton Glaser and Chip Kidd and all these people.
Lewis said, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but go on.
Milton Glaser is the guy who designed the I Love New York logo.
That dude that recently.
There was another one, Chip Kidd. He's a very like famous book designer, and then there's another dude,
Marcell, dude that made the FedEx logo.
Yeah, we watched like a whole documentary in fucking school.
Like you gotta be like really into like you gotta be like a designer to like know the people. Like we don't have puff daddies of design world like stuff like that.
That's what I was like.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know that's I know what Marcell's getting at.
Some to you where you're just like, nah, this guy's my guy. But
the Jordan of graphic. Who's the Jordan of graphic design?
Miles Jordan.
See, I just wanted to know if there were names.
There's names. It's just, they don't exist outside of the design world.
Yeah, there's like, want to know why? Because there's like certain people that, like the dude, was it Carolyn Davidson? I think was the person. No,
his name is
yeah, Carolyn Davidson was the person who designed the Nike swoosh and stuff like that. It's like you do these designs and then the brand takes it to a whole nother level where it's just like,
but it's just like,
you designed it, but it's really their product.
The fact that one symbol is that iconic means you did your job fucking excellently.
Yeah, but that it's also it's like the whole thing about like a producer can, how do I put this? A producer's sound and all that stuff could be timeless. A producer's sound can like Pharrell, right? Pharrell has a specific sound that's just going to like echo throughout the times. As far as a graphic designer, like you could do that in your personal work, but if I just do similar style in a logo, it's just gonna become a cheap imitation.
Yeah.
After a while, and it loses stock. Plus, we don't get paid as much per logo as like a producer would. So it's like I think
your work is more. It's like it's more of a service than what music production is. Yeah, as a producer, you're allowed to put a lot more of yourself into it than you are as someone. It's like, yo, we want this logo like this. You have to find a way to just make it cool, whatever it is they want. Yeah,
it's that's why it's like I and also like nowadays with like designers and stuff like that, you have your hands in so many different fields and stuff like that now, where it's just like not hard to make a name for yourself as a graphic designer, like a top tier, but you could be doing so many things. It's like, which is going to stand out? Like, again, like with music producer, it's like, my name is really big in hip hop. Like, as a graphic designer, is my name going to be big in brand identity? Is it going to be big in animation? Is it going to be big in illustration? Or am I going to have like a good following throughout it? So it's harder because there's more things you can do artistically as a graphic designer than like with music.
Also, like the difference in music too is like if you get a really good album, like people will look like who produces. Like nobody's gonna look up who made the
logo. Yeah. Well, I'm like the one motherfucker that stopped and was like, I really like the type on the cover of this comic. So there's one graphic designer that I follow that he does comics sometimes, but he mainly just does logos. Is this dude? I don't know his real name, but his IG handle is Hello Muller. Dude just does type really fucking
this dude in like Spain. Yo, all the dudes that are nasty with typography.
That's the shit that I follow mainly is typography.
Yeah, is like in
that's
like
why I sent you the weird fucking tech shit because it popped up on my Twitter.
Like those dudes, like they're dudes that do type literally by hand. And like you can
so smooth, son.
You can buy graphing paper, and they're like, "No, I'm gonna draw the graph," and I'm like, "Yo, you got it, bitch." Like I'm not.
They're just like, here's some straight ass lines. Like, nah, I can't do
like
that.
Off rip.
She's just gonna be like,
off rip. Yeah, I'm like, yo, dog, I have a Mac that mathematically does it for me in a program. Like, I'm not doing all that.
Like, hey, you ever see someone draw a perfect circle freehand? Like, dog, I'm leaving this room. I'm
yeah, you a fucking murderer? straight line drawing ass motherfucker.
He's doing all
I
that
saw a
shit.
video today.
Chris is typing out the logo. It was just like, yeah, nigga, it's done. Like you still
I saw a
doing
video
the
today
grid
of some
shit,
dude like
but,
doing like the painting on a table. You know how to do like the detail painting?
Oh yeah, I put that up today. Yeah.
Oh, that was you that put it up. Yeah, they hit the straightest line ever.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, fam, he ain't human.
Yeah, dude was painting and just drew the perfect line going across a table with a paintbrush and his pinky as like the guider.
Is it still on your page?
Yeah, it's on my feed, I believe.
Yeah, I saw some shit where like dude was doing some letters and like dude was like, yeah, this person is really fucking good. And it was like, this is not a human being.
This is
their hands connected to a robot.
This is
there's some real talented people out there that just don't get recognized. Like it's not even like graphic designer. Like it'll be like people that just do furniture. Like you know how fucking hard it is to make like an elegant piece of furniture.
Yeah. Yo, my shit is like sculptors. I'll go into museums and like go into art museums and I'm like making a beeline to sculptures because I feel like that's an art form that like no one gives a fuck about anymore. It was a thing back in like, you know, the Greek times and shit when niggas was just like, yo, make a statue of me. It's real sus if you ask someone to make a statue of you today. Like niggas is just not fucking with you if you like. Yo,
let me ask you. Let me ask
anyone that said like, "Yo, I paid this guy to make a statue of me." You don't fuck with that person.
I might. That's why.
That's why that sculpture. I had a statue of myself in my crib. You're not gonna fuck with me?
No, you're sus. I'm out.
How tight you gonna be?
Lou would have the naked statue and just stare at his dick.
You know,
good.
You already with the black.
I was just about to ask. I'm like, yo, how mad would you be if you just made a statue and dude made your meat mad little?
Oh, I'd be real upset.
Yeah, you gotta create the leaf and put the leaf over your bowl piece.
My print gotta be good,
like in SpongeBob.
Yeah, like in SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I think on this podcast we have a lot of SpongeBob references. I feel like we're all too old to be having these references.
Nope, that's from my time. That's our time.
I've never made any of them either.
Yeah, that's all like, you, James.
I get them all.
Hey, 1999. That's just started 1999. We never
for the we doing it for the 99 and the 2000s.
Yes, we are. Damn right we are.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
who said okay? Nigga, you got a kid. Stop acting like you're not watching cartoons you don't want to watch. Fuck out of here, nigga. You and Chris watch the same TV shows.
Yeah, how did he
just does it willingly.
Like this?
Like, it's true though. He's
I know what you do.
Nigga, I'm on your team.
Nah, you lying to be on my team. I'm really here.
You gonna let him talk to you like that, Lewis?
I have no idea how we got here.
Now me and Lou got to fight because of James, man. You're not invited in my home.
I feel like you just wanted to fight me.
But anyway, I hope they did pull that that stupid merch too.
There was merch also. I didn't.
He put it on.
It looked like an RP t-shirt.
Oh. Yo, I hate when fucking t-shirts are just here's the album cover on the shit, and the album cover doesn't even fit on the shit. It's just a fucking square. Why would I pay you for that when I could do that myself?
Yeah,
illegally.
Yeah.
Yep. It's but that's the whole thing that went into behind the cover that I did for my version of the Pop Smoke album and stuff like that. Like it wasn't that hard to come up with.
Yeah.
Where
your shit also would have worked well on a white tee. Yeah. There was white in it. It blends into the shirt.
You look at the like the Christopher Walken video and stuff like that, and he had like a lot of translucent like effects going on. So that's all I did. He was a Crip, threw some blue in there. The dude unfortunately passed.
But he was allegedly a Crip.
Yeah. Nah, he was
allegedly.
Big.
I mean, like, he's not here anymore. Like, you don't have to allege it anymore. He's not going to jail for it.
Yeah.
You never know.
That is true. The way cops working out here.
Yeah, so that he was also in the high fashion, so I threw the little Versace thing on it, but I made it look like a halo kind of, so it's like just like a glowing light, and boom, and then you have an album with a concept that worked. Like it just makes me so mad that this man just gets to get away with so much bullshit, and the way the internet works, it's going to be forgotten with no repercussion in like. It's probably already out of people's minds. The album came, it was changed. The album's fire. People no longer care anymore.
Yeah, because like, yo, your name.
And album art they went with is trash.
What?
Album art.
It's better than
I don't
it is.
But like, you've seen all of the fan made shit. You know how much shit out there is better than what they went with. However, they did that with very limited time. So I understand.
Wait, he said 50 said that's the one his mom picked. So I was like, all right,
well, can't argue with that.
Then I was like, boom, you can't argue that. Yeah. Boom, Mama. That's Mama Smoke wanted that one, so that's the one Mama Smoke gonna get.
Mama Smoke. That's
Mama
hard.
Smoke.
Big Mama Smoke.
But that's what happens when your name gets to a certain point. Like, yo, Virgil could take a piece of crap and put it on a shirt, and in quotations it says shit, and everybody's gonna buy it. That's the thing. It's just like when you look at the freaking Balenciaga shoes that I hate the most in the world.
The sock joints?
The big ass bulky bottom shit.
Oh god, yeah.
What I hate so much is that there's a Skechers that looks just like that. It looks exactly the same.
Skechers, that's not cool.
But it's
I saw one today where somebody had like a Chanel sandal for girls, and it looked like that shit was made out of bungee rope. And they were like, "Yo, girls will go crazy for that." And then somebody put that same picture underneath it, but they whited out, or like they took out like the Chanel part, and they're like, "Yo, like this shit looks trash without the Chanel on it." But girls would just buy it because it says Chanel.
Yeah, it's the way our brains is programmed to like all these fancy things to portray a certain lifestyle.
That's the way some people's brains are programmed.
Yeah, I never subscribed to that.
It's like none of the niggas in this conversation are that way.
Yeah. Yo, Lou, what's your favorite brand of black tea?
Old Navy.
Old Navy? Nah, son.
Old Navy soft, nigga.
Nah, dog. I got new joints, son.
You got new joints? What you got? Hit me up.
It's the Hanes Beefy Tee, dog.
Hanes Beefy Tee.
Hold on. It's really an undershirt, but they just made it a little thicker.
Yo, Lou,
so now it's an outside shirt.
Lou, they speaking your language. They speaking your language.
They made an inside shirt and an outside shirt.
You a beefy dude, bro. You a beefy dude.
They said I'm wearing it right now. I got the navy blue joint. I got the black joints upstairs. Oh yeah, my bad. But,
wait, they got a pink joint?
Probably hit the website.
I'm with it.
I've seen black, white, gray, and navy blue, and I'm like, I wear all. Those are the only colors I wear.
That's it. That's my palette.
That's it. You open up Chris' closet. That's all you see.
That's all I got.
Nigga look like a Yankee outfielder.
Yeah.
Now that Chris has said it, yeah, that is. Those are the only colors you wear. I never noticed that.
I've been on neutral colors for like 3 years. 3 years.
The best way to put it, man.
Like, this nigga make this shit sound like a diet.
I'll be popping up in yellows and shit. These niggas just wearing gray.
I'm all about solid colors, no fucking logos. I might hit him with a stripe from time to time, like James. That's about it.
Nah, I'm done with the stripes, man. I can't do the stripes no more.
You can't even do the stripes.
I can't do no stripes.
I just put this on because I gotta do laundry.
Yep, I'm not
this
mad.
nigga lying, but
nah, it was either this or no shirt on. So
I'm glad you went with the stripes.
Nigga, our numbers gotta go up. Nigga, take it off.
Huh?
It turned a peep show real quick.
Nigga called him beefy. He's telling him to take his shirt off. Like, are we interrupted?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know why they went with the name Beefy Tea. I'm like, what's so beefy about it? Like, it's not.
They should have just went with thick tea.
Heavyweight,
like the midweight
with the two C's.
The Navy shirts are light. That's why I like them.
It says beefy. It says name t-shirts name beefy for a heavyweight fabric.
But the thing is, I have Dickie t-shirts. I have Carhartt t-shirts. Those are heavyweight. Yeah. The championship. Man, these are not considered. Yeah, these are not considered. It's a heavyweight tees to me.
It says the weight is heavier than the typical lightweight thin fabric Hanes t-shirts.
Yeah, these joints is breathable. They don't get the little. You know how some lightweight shirts, how they just get wrinkly out of nowhere, like almost like tissue paper.
Yeah.
I don't got that with this. They come in. I'm tall, so they have the extra length tees and stuff like that.
Damn, they got the whole. They said that
the sleeve cuffed.
Yeah, you can cuff them if you want.
They said this is high stitch density fabric.
Yeah. All you have to do is fold it over, you lazy piece of shit.
Like, do I look like I smoke cigarettes? No.
Why you gotta cuff the tea? One time.
You smoked a cigarette too, Lou.
Yo, Champions t-shirts is like they're a little too dense. Just like a little too dense.
Yeah.
Because I got a fucking West Side Gun shirt and it came in Champs. I was like, yo, how many times I gotta wash it for it to be soft? I feel like I'm walking around with a fucking Harvard shirt on. I'm just like, yo, this is a little uncomfortable.
You gotta shoot it to get soft.
It's all right now, though.
Yeah.
I said boom, 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 and like made some threats, and it was just like, oh, never
you
mind.
got it.
Like we got it.
He just shot the T-shirt.
Tenderizer.
Yo, y'all want to talk about? I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna put this out in the world, right?
Let's go.
The high fashion Griselda world. They're gonna come out with a T-shirt that got bullet holes in it, and every shirt is different. Where every shirt is different, where it got different position bullet hole because they shoot it themselves.
They just let the Uzi go.
Yeah, I'm putting it out in the world.
You saw Benny was selling autographed Pyrexes, or
yes, and I want one. I'm
not gonna lie, I kind of wanted that.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That's something you want.
That's something Cameron should have done.
Like, he got but that's when I go back into like concepts and stuff like that. You look at Benny and them stuff. He got Benny in the Pyrex font. That alone. It speaks volumes, especially when you pair it to the music.
Yeah,
like I look at the Pop Smoke joint,
branding.
It didn't fit.
Good design, like
it didn't fit. Let's talk about another thing that didn't fit. This Will Jada and August situation. The shit didn't fit. The shit didn't sit right with my soul.
A lot of pieces not fitting together.
The pieces aren't.
Y'all got to fill me in on the whole story because I don't know. I saw jokes and I went with the jokes.
Do you think it really?
I didn't really care about the facts.
Chris, do you think it really happened?
Well, all right. Let's break it down first. Let's break it down. So this is what's happening, right? I'm gonna take you down my timeline and stuff like that.
This timeline goes back, for the record,
about like 2014.
Yeah,
about 2014. Before Will is on social media and all these things, obviously, some pictures had popped up of like the Smith family and August Alsina. And I remember
back when
Twitter
he was still like popular too, right?
Where he was doing a bunch of DJ Khaled records and all this. He was active in the music joint, right? So all these pictures started popping up, and the internet, and myself included, was like really confused because it's like, what world
How does this fit?
Would these two like entities cross paths and then like make a connection like this, where you're hanging out with them and you're taking pictures with the kids and you're on family vacation and all these things. Like, these are things that were shown and said. But I was like, sure, whatever. It's the Smiths. Cool. And then more pictures started popping up of just him and Jada. And one could say that it looked cozier than usual and stuff like that. Like, yeah, sure. Like, they weren't
social distancing. Let's say that.
Yeah, they weren't social distancing, but they also, like, she wasn't sitting on his lap and he's like palm on like her hip or anything like that, or waist. But like, you know, that happened and people were like, okay. And then rumors that I've been hearing for decades resurfaced about, you know, Will and Jada being swingers. Because that's the way people say it. They were saying that, they're swingers. Not open marriage, not cheating. They said they were swingers. And
you can't swing if there's only one individual in this story outside of the couple.
Yeah, so that was that, right? That we know of. Fast forward to 2016. I think pictures with Will Smith and Margot Robbie started popping up. Whatever.
Yeah, Will.
Let's go, Will.
Well, Willie style.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, it's Margot.
Where, you know, pictures of them started popping up. You know, they did Suicide Squad together, so they were away for some time. And then they did Fury. No.
Yeah, they did.
Was it called Fury? I think it was Fury. The name of the movie. Focus was the name of the movie.
It definitely wasn't Fury. When they were with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, my bad.
That was a bunch of white dudes in a tank.
Yeah,
and a high Shia LaBeouf.
And a high Shia LaBeouf.
That's a set I'm real life part of.
Yeah, Focus. They did that together, and then you can even see them on the press tour how they were looking a little cozier than usual. So now you have this idea of Will and Jada being swingers. So now anything that he says, you're going to take what's going on in interviews and add that to your ideas and stories. Because the Smiths, they don't tell us nothing. They tell us whatever they feel like telling us when they want to tell us the stuff, right? By me. fast forward a little bit more. Red Table Talk episode comes out. It's the whole fam, including Will, on there. There's a portion where they let us know about their life partnership, where they say, and this later came out too, where it's just like we no longer consider ourselves married. We consider ourselves life partners. No matter what happens, we are in this for life. So it's like you get the idea that they transcended the typical idea of marriage. Cool. Your bank account is so long, you guys could do that. Your house is so big, you could do that. Jada said, you could be on this side of the house with some type of joker. I'll be on my side of the house with another joker. And then at the end of the day, we meet in the middle. And her mom's was there, and she was like, at first, that was weird as shit, but y'all let me come over. So y'all are adults.
We good.
Yeah, you do whatever you want to do.
And then after that, you saw a whole lot of people saying like, word, yo, that's the type of shit I'm trying to get. It was like, there are a lot of factors in this that make that work for them. The main thing being that ego. They are them.
No, the main thing in that whole situation, that whole ideology and all that stuff is ego. A lot of y'all's ego are not built strong enough to withstand what that situation comes with. My ego is not strong enough to withstand what that situation comes with.
I'm stabbing niggas off rip.
Off rip.
It's just, I'm not built for that. And that's cool. That's fine. What's not fine is not knowing what you're not built for. That's not okay.
Exactly. So now, August Alsina dropped the album 2 weeks ago. I fucks with it. It's a good album to me.
All right. His hair is distracting to me. That has nothing to do with nothing, and it's not even like that serious. But every time I look at him, I'm just like, what? It's just
that's the cool thing. You, son. That's the cool thing about an album. I can listen to it and not look at his hair. And I'm like,
if the album, if it doesn't have him on it, that's good design.
I also can't say that because Jaden Smith has been putting out some good music, and he shaved off his eyebrows for whatever reason.
He dyed them blonde first, and then he shaved them off. And I was just like, as long as I don't have to keep looking at it, like I don't have to watch the video.
He dyed his ball piece hairs too.
James,
you know that, James?
That's what they said.
That's what Lou said.
Lou said that. No, I didn't say shit.
That's anyway. Lou
texted me the other day like, "Yo,
nah."
That's anyway. So
I thought we were going to keep the group chat private.
Y'all got a separate group chat me and Chris don't know about? You see how they do it, Chris? That's foul.
Yeah, they do. It got Ant in it, and they text bubbles be green. Y'all could keep that shit. Yeah. But anyway, so now he comes up with his album, and he did an interview with Angela Yee. And August Alsina has been...
That's the Puerto Rican August Alsina.
With that hairstyle, that's what he looked like.
He's been through...
August Alsina looked like he got bundles.
Yeah. He's been through a lot of shit. Yeah. He's been through a lot of shit, like in his personal life and whatnot. And along with his album came out a documentary. So he was doing this interview with Angela Yee, and she's talking about the things that he's been through while he's been gone, the album, the documentary, all these things. And then about a good 5-6 minutes towards the beginning of the interview, she asks about the whole situation with Jada. And that's when he decides to divulge that, that he was in love, that that when it ended, it broke him a little bit. He felt a way about it, the way it ended, or the fact that it did end. And again, without giving too much and without prying too much into the Smiths' lives, the biggest thing that people took from that, I would say, is that, or the newest development is that he got permission from Will that it was okay.
Yeah, conversation.
And then they had a conversation. The next day, both Will and Jada denied it, and there's supposed to be a red table talk about this whole situation.
It's gonna be the highest watched red table talk.
I am tuned in.
Wait, but Chris, you forgot one part of the timeline when he dropped that song. I think it was like a year.
Oh, Nunya.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, Nunya, I think. Where he was talking about the cover art was text messages.
Oh, I thought it was called. Oh, okay. And the person's name on the text was Jada's middle name, which was Corin or whatever, however you pronounce it.
I think that I think it was called Nunya.
Oh, okay.
Or was that
it probably was. It probably was
one of them. So, whatever, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
Yeah. So that's something that came out where you can assume that, hey, maybe that's when that situation ended, and then he made a song about it. He's an artist. That's what they do.
Pretty descriptive song too.
It says a lot. So now, what the internet does is that we take all the pieces and the timelines and the emotions that we think happened between these three people, and we attach our own narratives to it. Because we don't know 1,000%. Because by design, the Smiths have not told us about this situation 1,000%. So now, with all that being said, I would like to know what you guys think and like, what the fuck? Tell me what the fuck.
Who's going first?
I think, honestly, I think it happened. Because, like you said, the pictures over, like when I sat back and looked at the pictures, I'm like, yo, these pictures do look a little bit cozier than they should be. And with, like you said, all the rumors we've always heard growing up, like it's just made me think like, yo, what if this shit is true? And also, like, when you look at it, like how you think their marriage would be, and then like when Jada said something like them being locked in their houses with quarantine and stuff, realized they really didn't know each other or some shit like that.
That was a more recent quote.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, like when you look at stuff over the years, like how Jada Pinkett has never been able to, like, she's never been able to stop talking about Tupac. Still to this day.
She
like
still in love with that nigga.
Like crying about him, in love with him. Like, I don't know. So I'm like, yo, I when I put all that into perspective, I'm like, yo, maybe that shit really did happen, and he's like not bugging, and he's like really telling his truth.
Right.
And obviously, you know, they have a certain image to uphold as a family that's, you know, allowing their kids to be who they really are, and how they've been a couple that's been through it all, and they have like this organic relationship. And so this kind of wouldn't look too good if it was true. So I feel like that's why they would deny it. Like, I feel like they'll never, like, even if it really happened, I feel like they would never say like, oh, it happened.
I don't think that the situation will make them look bad, because it all just boils down to them just always being whoever they were and promoting like having happy, healthy relationships and shit. And if this is like healthy for them, then like, yeah, go for it.
You know what it is? You know what it is? I think I don't think they have a problem with the way that they're living, open marriage, whatever. I think it's the media. Yeah. Once you go public with this is how you live your life, then you open up yourself to Kim and Kanye style attention as far as media goes. And for all
that's never been anything that
it's never been beneficial for anyone's mental, especially with their kids, especially with anything. Now you're asking your kids about your parents' sex life. And now now every movie you do, there's going to be more tabloids that come out. It was like, oh, is Will blah, blah, blah being too cozy with this person? Is Jada being too cozy with this person? It just becomes an unnecessary mess because we as consumers are fucking vultures.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it would make them look bad because of the fact that they never, like being that there was the open marriage rumors, they came out and said like, we do not have an open marriage. So now,
hey man, niggas lie every day, baby.
Yeah, shutting that shit down. Also, I mean, a lot easier to be like, yeah, we do have an open marriage, and then everyone like, tell us all about it. It's like, nah, we don't. There's
now, James, the only thing that we can go off of as far as thing is the last comment that we have. And that's Jada saying, hey, you could be on that side of the house. I could be on this side of the house with whatever joker. And then we come in the middle in front of her mother, her daughter, and her husband. So it's like, that's all the confirmation you kind of need that they have the unconventional or they don't have the traditional marriage, but it's a situation that works for them. Like now comments that you made 20 years ago or 10 years ago saying, nah, it doesn't matter anymore because I'm going off the more recent thing that you said on your platform in front of your family.
Yeah, like for me, what everything boils down to is that Jada picked the wrong side, nigga. At the end of the day, because I feel like well, here's my breakdown. So
go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that's the way they live. Like the way that Jada said it. Like you could do your thing, I could do my thing. They just live their life partnership, which they're not gonna separate.
And of course, like life partnership, I'm pretty sure there's rules and stipulations.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm going.
We still don't know about.
That's what I mean with the side nigga.
You get shorty pregnant, like it's a rat, son.
So like, yeah, exactly. So they go on about that. They have history. They have kids. They're not separating. Now one day Will's just walking around the house, and here comes August Alsina. Like, yo, can I talk to you for a minute? So it's like for me. That's not how the rules went. I feel like if they had like the situation going, like what Jada said, like you keep it over there, I keep it over there, and then August kind of wanted to get a little more involved than Will liked, I think. I feel like that conversation that he said I had a conversation with Will, I feel like it was forced, and Will didn't want it, and that's why Will's denying it. I feel like it did happen, but Will was kind of like, yo, whatever y'all doing.
All right, so I'll say this now, where it's just like I do believe a conversation, I don't know about what a conversation happened, because obviously August is with them on a boat in front of the kids, taking pictures and all this stuff.
Which is wild.
Will's in the picture smiling. There's pictures of him and Will smiling. It's not wild to me if you and your wife are just like, again, if you're emotionally built for that kind of stuff. Like if you're numb.
Well, between them it's not wild, but like being around the kids and the whole family, it's a little wild.
But again, we don't know in what capacity that relationship started out as. So it's like, say they had a conversation and it's really just Will going like, hey, me and my wife, we have like a certain understanding, like not permission to be like, yeah, go fuck my wife. Not that, but just like an insight to the kind of life that they live, because that it is taboo. Maybe not in Hollywood, and that's the thing that kind of like tricks me up for like someone like August Alsina, where it's just like you were famous for a while, you've been to Hollywood parties, you've I'm sure had your taste of the limelight, where getting attention from women and certain experiences, stuff like that, came with you being a singing dude and stuff like that, where it wasn't just throwing like a fish right into like a goldfish right into the ocean. Like you had your little warm up experiences before you met someone like Jada Pinkett Smith and whatnot. Now, were you finished, Lou? Or
no, I was just gonna say, like, as far as like him being the wrong one, like I don't feel like let's take Margot Robbie for example. Obviously, there's no confirmation there, but let's say Will did mess around with Margot Robbie. I doubt she was trying to be around the family, have a conversation with Jada, be all involved. It was like kind of just play your role kind of thing. It was like August wasn't really trying to do that.
Right now,
see, they didn't have August. They didn't have August sign the NDA. That's where they messed up.
But we don't know that. We don't know that.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have came out like.
You paid.
Hey, niggas break. Stormy Daniels broke her NDA because she was too. Like people do it. People do it. So I'm interested in seeing that unfold. But as far as just to respond to what Lewis was saying, I can't fully put that on him. And this is just like what I like about these conversations is, again, any perspective you give could be true because we simply don't know anything.
Could be completely wrong.
Completely wrong. And we're living in the Matrix. But stay woke. But like the whole thing with that, who's to say that August kind of like force himself into that dynamic.
Hey man,
Jada could have been the
August
one
probably
to
baby boyed.
We could have been. I don't know what that means.
Just cross the line, dick out, making eggs in the morning, asking Will if
Oh,
he wants
okay.
some.
Oh, he
Like,
went full Melvin.
All right. And Will was just like, yo, my man, this is done. We're not doing this no more.
Or
he had the perm going, and Will was just like, this is all types of disrespect.
No, we come in a nigga dick out making cheese in my kitchen. We fight.
With my anniversary pots and pans? Nah, dog.
Wow. Or the ball piece was trash. And that's why it's being denied.
I'm not going that far. I'm not crossing into that territory at all.
Crossing into what territory?
He said it lasted for years. It's giving the benefit of the doubt. He said it lasted years.
Imagine Will just going on IG Live saying like, yo, this shit don't count. The dick was whack. It was a thin and I ain't hear nothing.
The Pickett Smiths like to keep their shit private, and I feel like August is putting everything to the yeah. The Pickett
There's only one Pinkett Smith. The rest are just Smiths. Like, there's only one.
They're
Pinkett
life
Smith.
partners, Chris. They're life partners.
William Pinkett Smith.
Pickett Smith.
Willard.
Sir William Pickett Smith.
Sir Willard Pinkett Smith.
Wow.
Hey, you don't call my Willard Pinkett.
What? Hit the intro.
Let it go.
No, we're past that point. But like, who's to say that August was the one putting himself further and further into the situation? Just like it's a two-way street, right? Jada's a very spiritual person. She could be very and no, stupid, and she's very just like welcoming, right? So just as who was it? I think my friend Alex, he brought up a good point where in the August Alsina doc, there were a lot of clips and all that stuff where he was referencing Tupac. This is completely unrelated to Jada.
Okay.
But so now who's to say that, Jada met this person that had a similar spirit as Tupac did? And she's trying to get that.
She would say too,
and she's getting that connection back, that love back, that essence back, right? And that mixed in with a bunch of other emotions. There's sides to. There's no one right side and one wrong side. It's just a accumulation of just fucked up and confused emotions. You got August coming from a fucked up situation, losing his brother, his sister, his own health for a very long time. He's taken on fatherhood. Which is like his nieces and nephews and things of that nature. That could put you in a very dark place. Who's to say Jade wasn't the one that held him up and made sure he kept going and all that stuff?
Yeah.
You find somebody that drags you out of that dark place, you're gonna love them for life. You're gonna feel indebted to them. You're going to imprint them like that weird ass Twilight book. That shit still don't sit right with me. It's been like 17 years, dog. Somebody gotta say something about that damn Twilight book. It's weird. It's fucking gross. Weird, dog.
It was a child.
It could very easily be he entered this situation understanding all the rules and regulations and being cool with that, everything being copacetic, and then those feelings developed, and when that shit happens, like no one can control emotions. Like that shit just happens.
This shit it just happens, though.
And like it does end up being messy when like 2 out of 3 party members are just like, well, listen, fam, like
we got this blood oath between
like
us.
It is what it is. And like we understand you feel that way, but like we just gonna have to dead this before it goes any further. Now when that happens, as the person that has that's developed that emotional attachment to the party member that's just like cut the whole shit off, it's at that point where it's up to you to understand like that shit's done. And it gets kind of sus when it's fucking 5-6 years later. You can't let that shit go.
Yeah. But on the couch with messed up hair.
Yeah.
Talking wild shit.
What we don't know is whether or not she made it easy for him to let that shit go. Because if you still keeping in contact with the nigga, knowing like he's still fucked up and still in love with you, and like you're not giving him the space he needs to actually get over this situation, that could easily lead to him being wild with crazy fucking hair that he needs to cut or do something.
That
is
also
it purple, my nigga?
No. I think it was like strawberry.
It looked like it was orange and like kind of purple at the tip, or different. Like maybe it was the light.
I thought it was pink and blonde.
I was confused. It was pink.
So was he.
Pinkett Smith.
Yes.
That's a Ben and Jerry flavor coming.
Yes, it is.
Episode.
Buying that.
Pinkett Smith.
But damn, what I was about to say. Oh, but again, like in the interview, again, it was only like 5 minutes. He's talking about that, and he did speak with passion. But that could have, again, been something that he took and he made his peace with, quote unquote, and moved along. And he was speaking of how he felt in the past. Again, we don't know because this red table talk hasn't come to the forefront yet, hasn't aired yet.
When is it dropping?
Shit, I don't know. My dad, he ain't texted me back yet.
I assumed it would
might do a live episode once it drops.
Oh, your dad
happened on Sunday.
Your dad's in on it too?
Will Smith is my dad, man. Will Smith is my Hollywood pops. Yo, he came when he came out, he said he denied it. I was playing Wild Wild West that whole day, and I was like, yo, this might be an August diss track that's like ahead of his time. Yo,
but like, think about it. Like, what was
bars in that song?
Hold on, let Chris break it down. What bars, Chris? Please tell me you remember the bars, because that would make this segment very funny for me.
Go ahead.
He said, "Swallow your pride. Don't let your lip react. You don't want to see my hand where my hip be at. Come on." He said, "Yo, shut up before I come through with the yapper."
So random gun bars. It's just like it applies.
It applies, son.
You gotta apply random gun bars to everything in life.
You gotta love.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta love a Will Smith gun bar.
It's the only one I got from Wild Wild West. That's all I got.
It's the only time he got to make a gun bar.
The only time there was a gun reference, it went through him in the Fresh Prince episode. I'm not up to it yet. But when I get there, I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
I was gonna say, like, what did y'all expect Will to do? Like, if somebody's like, "Yo, this guy said that you told him it's okay to fuck your wife," what happened? He's gonna be like, "Nah, man."
Come out and be like,
"But see, Lewis just did what we all do, where we're just assuming that they had a sexual relationship."
That's what he said.
No, he said he gave him permission to go forth with a relationship. No one ever mentioned sex. That's what we do.
With a sexless song?
Huh?
I think he meant.
I'm talking about what he said. I'm talking about what he said, not the song. The song I'm putting in is a separate context of the conversation he had with Angela Yee, because she didn't bring it up in context of the song. She just brought up the context of the relationship, and then he said that he got permission to go forth with he got permission from Will. It never even said what kind of relationship.
If there was a relationship, I'm pretty sure there was sex involved, because he wouldn't be this emotionally invested in it if it wasn't.
Nah, I can't say that. Nah, that's not true.
I'm talking for myself. I'm not talking about like what's fact or fiction. I'm talking about for myself. I believe there was. If he's that emotionally involved in it, for me, there has to have been.
I could say that. I can't say that in this case. Let's assume
that it wasn't involved, right?
Okay.
Then what exactly do you think would have caused them to like part ways and like not be able to fuck with each other ever again?
It could have been. It could have been.
Like, he wanted to constantly talking about them, and they just act like the nigga don't exist.
I'll say this. It was really funny the way James looked up on some Brady Bunch shit, because it looked like he was looking up at Lewis.
Are you at the top of yours?
I'm on the top right of mine.
Are we all
at the top right of our own? Yeah.
Okay.
We're all at the top right of our own.
All right. It has nothing to do with nothing.
I'll say this. You're also coming into this with your own ego, right? Where it's just like, yo, I'm a rapper, R&B singer, poppin', blah, blah, blah. I got Jada Pinkett Smith. We're on red carpets. I have my arm around her, blah, blah, blah.
She's pinching my nipples.
Ego could have got ahead of you where you're thinking that you got the juice. She could have divulged certain things between her and Will. Maybe there was a point in time her and Will weren't seeing eye to eye, and she was gravitating more towards August than Will. Could have been. Can't say for sure because I don't know. But when you get that ego blow of he wants to like whisk you away and make you, his one and only, like, yo, I understand the situation, the setup you guys have over here, but you telling me that you're not happy right now. You telling me this, that, and the third. Let me take you away from that. We build our own life together. And she was like, nah, no matter what, I'm sticking with Will. That could have been the wrench. Where now it's a major blow to your ego. This person who
was sitting there like, yo, I got this. Nah, nigga, you don't though.
It's the rap. Not rapper. It's that musician ego, that celebrity ego mixed in with, hey, I opened up to you more than I've opened up to anyone else before about things that nobody else knows, and now you're just going to walk away from me with all that information and that emotion. That's gonna fuck you up in the head, dog.
It's like
fuck you up in the head, dog. I saw a text message once on my ex phone. And I beat the whole block up. Listen, what you think I'm gonna do when I tell you my secrets?
What she told him, she quoted Jadakiss. You don't stand a chance to dance with me, dog. Your steps ain't right yet. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yo, don't laugh in my face like that after you tell me about my emotions.
Had to hit him with the plies laugh.
Now let me tell you a story.
About a man named Brady.
Nah, but
that's the fucking greatest thing ever, son.
I love him so
the
much.
level of black boy joy on that man's face was amazing.
It's
nice.
Yo, black boy joy sounds kind of nasty, but
yo, it wasn't until he made it that.
Black boy joy on anybody's face.
Wait, I'm sorry. Run that back. I was looking at my phone. What did you say so I could chastise you for it? We're trying to grow as people. What did you say? You're not going to get me shot. I swear to God.
To James, because it was all cool and family friendly until he
all
made
good just a few
James,
minutes ago.
James, the Locks was going to poke Mike Tyson. What you think they're going to do to me?
No. The Locks told you Sheik Luch was going to poke Mike Tyson.
No, Sheik Luch was
the only one that didn't. No, Sheik Luch was the only one that didn't vote.
Yeah, Sheik Luch was going to take a hit while Styles and Jada poked Mike.
Oh, who's getting distraction snuffed?
Yeah,
Yo,
he didn't know until they told that story.
Your man's volunteered you to get distraction snuffed. They not really your man.
Styles
You did that to me 2 weeks ago when we first talked about it.
Huh?
Styles and Jada got behind him and pushed him.
Your man's vote for you to be distraction snuffed. That means they fuck with you the most, man. That's all love.
They vote for you to get distractions, but by a guy who's hit somebody so hard that they had to get reconstructed surgery. So that's not your man.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah. Like, you could collapse your face.
That nigga got hands that can murder people. Easily.
Big facts.
Yeah.
I think Luke could handle one of those punches, though.
Nah.
You said Lou or Luke?
I said Lou. Who the fuck is Luke?
He was really just hoping it wasn't him. Like, he just went with
at the end of the day. Yeah, I was just hoping to say Lou.
I could see Luke catching the right hook.
From who?
Like,
from Tyson?
From Mike Tyson in his prime.
You won't see Lou out there, but you can see it. Now it disintegrates, son. Fuck out of here.
I feel like you can catch a hook from Floyd Mayweather. You don't catch the hook from Tyson.
Floyd.
You get your head spun. That's it.
Tyson would destroy me.
I'm talking 1994 Tyson.
Nah.
Yeah, you're dying. You don't catch it. You get murdered. If anything, he catches a body.
Yo, imagine he punched you in the stomach.
No, I don't want to imagine
body
that.
punches in general. Like, niggas be punching you in the face all day and you eat those because of adrenaline. One body punch, all your adrenaline is gone. And you just realize, damn, I got a shit.
Deflated. you might shit on the spot.
Fight is pretty rough.
Oh.
Yo, you shit yourself in the middle of a fight in high school. It's a wrap for you. You got to switch schools.
Yo, we should, like, all four of us should do that as a challenge. We have like a professional boxer punches each in the stomach.
Nah.
I'm good.
Chris got a professional boxer punching him in the stomach daily. So like, he's not signing up for any extra.
That'd be great vlog material.
I'll be good. We don't have to start with that. Like, and we can start with like a regular vlog material.
What vlog are you starting? What's the name of the vlog?
I got the shit kicked out of me.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. I'm with it. Yo, I need a manager, Lou.
No, let me know when you find one.
Wow.
I'm not gonna be responsible for my friend taking a hit like that.
Chris, so we're gonna have new vlog material where all four of us get punched in the stomach by a professional boxer.
Just James.
Oh, let me know how that works out with you and your podcast.
Yo.
I'm a guest. I don't know what you.
I'm actually a guest.
No.
Loyal. Oh, I what you did there.
You can't. You had to run a mic on that episode. I wasn't here last year.
Yeah, you can't be guest. Yeah, you can't let an a mic be a guest. So I guess I am like actually on this.
That's true.
I gotta say, son, I got like the best fucking birthday gift. Fucking my girl got me this gift, and I didn't know it was a thing. And now that I know it's a thing, why wasn't it a thing forever?
Wait,
it's a fucking.
Wait. Let's all guess what it is.
Guess what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Lewis,
plug.
No, hold on. Let me think. James, go first.
Never mind. Just tell us what it is.
I actually have to fight James.
Yeah, just tell us what it is.
It's like,
wait, what did James say?
It's not even funny. I actually got to hit this. I don't want to do that.
Wow, James.
What'd you say?
He said,
No. Now I gotta hit Chris for repeat.
No. You gotta jump us. At this point, now you gotta jump us.
You don't have that. You just chuckled. Now you got to get hit too. Fuck it.
Exactly.
He don't like the way your hat's in.
I don't like it either.
So this is how that vlog gets made, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get boxing lessons, so my left hook is crazy. But it's a Keurig for alcoholic beverages.
Oh,
you got that?
Yeah.
It's a what?
It's a Keurig that
I've heard of
makes
this.
drinks.
Oh, I thought you said a cure. I'm like, you just gotta not drink.
Look at James's logic.
She got me sobriety for my birthday. I didn't know I needed that.
Yo, my girl
now I'm looking at her funny. Like, what did you think was going on?
No, I heard about that. So,
I didn't know they make that.
At first, I was just like, I don't know, because like the way it is, they have the little pods and shit. Because I sent her a video of one I saw where you buy your own liquor and you put the bottles into it, and then like it'll just do all the mixing and shit for you. So originally I was like, yo, this is cool, not thinking like she's gonna buy this shit for me. This was months ago. But this is actually better because it adds in a whole bunch of other shit and it's cheap. And the drinks come out good. So originally I was just like, I don't know if I fuck with this too much because I don't get to put the whiskey I want in it. But really, it's like, fuck it, nigga. This is great.
Oh, this is
Mexican whiskey.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Fire.
Well, now
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Now I'm about to go upstairs,
Really hype.
and fuck up my regular Keurig by pouring alcohol directly into it.
See, well, put some money aside to get him a new
It might work.
Keurig.
It might work. You know, you put it in a little water
Is this your
tank.
nephew?
Yeah,
that Keurig is coughing out smoke.
yeah.
It's not ready.
This
Your
nigga
Keurig,
mixing.
Keurig gonna sound like pop smoke when it's done.
Baby. Yo, Chris gonna make Ray and nephew with Truly, and the machine's gonna explode.
Chris gonna
That's a
explode.
nasty mix. That's a nasty mix.
Yeah, I've been sitting here. I drank like
my stripe.
I drank an old fashioned and a whiskey sour from it.
Good. You're making me jealous.
Yeah. She also like I was real hype. I blushed a little because I was like, yo, she pays
Nigga, you
attention.
can blush?
Nick, yeah, nigga. So can you, nigga. Stop acting, nigga. Fuck you think this?
Damn.
Fuck wrong.
You got mad aggressive when I was blushing. My bad.
Yo,
That nigga's blushing right now. Look.
This is a smile. It's different.
he's mighty aggressive in his older age. God damn.
Yeah, he is.
I don't like 30-year-old Marcell.
2-3 days
20s,
later,
nigga.
I'm just like, yo, I'm aggressive. But yeah,
Damn.
she remembered all of the drinks that I ordered when we go out, so she got those pods.
Look at
She just
her.
bought you a giant Moscow Mule and just like
Nigga, I opened it up expecting it just to be she was like, nah, Moscow Mule, old fashioned. Niggas that listen to this podcast don't care about my alcohol.
Yo, that's
Yeah, that shit was tight, man. I'm really happy about this shit.
Shout out to her, man.
girlfriend of the year or nah?
Yeah. Like, I can't say no, nigga.
yeah, right?
That was a trick question.
I'm going to say, nah, Saweetie got that.
Yo, by the way, one of the funniest things is I don't know if you ever take the time to look at Venmo and you know how it lets you look at Marcell and his girl's interactions on Venmo is hilarious.
You would be the only person to notice that, Jay.
I don't even notice them.
Yeah.
Yo,
I got the
Money hit my account. Cool. Yeah.
the stuff she pays you for. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing?
Now I got to look at it.
Very sketchy.
Give us one, James. Give us one.
Oh yeah. Look it up.
Yeah. I'm going to look it up, but James got to read it. I feel like he's going to deliver it way better than I would.
Oh, it's a read along now?
It is a read along. Wait, where's Marcell? Oh,
I told you how Venmo comments almost got me in trouble one day off of something I didn't even do.
Oh yeah.
Like Marcell. Okay, here's Marcell. Like one of the ones she paid him. It says get the yellow one. Don't know what that is. Then another one she paid him for. It says the sleepy, and sleepy is in quotations. Don't know what that is.
Yo, Marcell, what's wrong?
Eliana hit you with the Quaalude?
Hey man.
There's another one under that. That's a juice box, and I don't want to know.
Did you get the juicy?
Oh no, I literally she asked me to go to the store to buy her juice because she was sick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He bought a pack of Capri Suns.
One of them says kitten dudes.
I think I got a Gatorade, my nigga.
Kitten dudes.
Kitten dudes?
Yeah. So, food.
Is that your nickname?
Nah. That's her.
Oh.
He paid. There's one
where you passed doing the kitten?
There's one,
you passed
yeah. Like, yo, come through with the catnip. What you doing?
There's one where he paid Chris and it says ball.
Wait, what?
Nah. Oh, all right. So you never read those? Yeah.
No.
All of my payments to you say something sus.
There's another one. Oh well, this one says bullshit. I really don't need. That's let's see what else.
I bought a shirt. Nah,
yeah.
I bought a shirt.
Or one comics, one of them from his girl says my personal geek squad. Drunk kisses.
That's when role play happens.
All right, James, we good.
Wait, we got this is the best one. Your skilled mouth.
That's the winner. How much was that one? Oh, they don't tell you how much, right? That had to be
they do. How much was that one?
Nah,
it should better been in
hundreds. It doesn't say. Wait, it says it on yours. I gotta read the rest. Translating for you during dinner. Creamy.
You told your girl to translate.
For what she paid him for using the phone in the bathroom.
What?
Yeah.
Yo,
I know what all of these are. I'm not explaining none of them because
he's the savage. Because he paid her. He paid her and said, "Because you can't read a calendar."
I know it started off as a fight though, because he was tight. Because he went to go do something at first that he wasn't supposed to do that day.
That one I'll tell you. We were checking into the hotel and we got there on the wrong day because she couldn't read the fucking calendar, so we had to pay extra to get a room that night. And I was tight.
Oh yeah, I got there the day before.
Yeah, I was so mad.
Oh,
wait,
man.
but did you get there in the morning the day before, or like
we got there at like 12 a.m. in the morning? But you know how like hotels don't have to reset until it's like fucking 11.
Oh,
yep.
So we couldn't get a room, so I had to pay for a room. I was I was salty. Y'all know I'm cheap, so I was big mad.
Listen, all I want you to know, I was random. Like I had sent money to Chris, and then I was looking at this, and it was very entertaining.
Yeah,
it was very entertaining.
That's just funny though.
Oh man,
skilled mouth. And I gotta have a talk.
No, apparently Marcell got a skilled mouth.
Apparently, I was talking enough.
Nah, the last one though. He said, "Because you can't read a fucking calendar." Just aggressive.
And then I was mad because he put the calendar emoji on there too.
He had to go get his phone fixed.
What a day!
You gotta soften it. You gotta soften it a little
bit. He had to get his phone fixed after that because I know he broke his screen the way he's been typing. Crack that shit. Oh man, what else?
Like what hood chicks tap the screen in the fucking Twitter videos.
Except you use your head.
Triggered. Oh, what else? What else y'all got?
What else is on the docket?
Kanye's running for president of the apocalypse.
I really hoped that we wouldn't have to talk about that.
I was hoping like everybody keeps coming. I want The Rock to come out and say he's running. I vote for The Rock, man.
I had politicians to just say that.
I'd like people with
but at this point, this opened up the floodgates. So
yeah, but we can close them.
We can close them. This should have closed the floodgates. If anything.
Can we? Can we close?
Yeah,
we can easily.
If you keep denouncing celebrities with no political backgrounds and stop supporting them off of their dumbass fucking ideas.
There are political spots that celebrities can run for. You can run for governor. We've seen that happen. We've seen Schwarzenegger doing an okay job, like I guess.
I would prefer if more celebrities did what Killer Mike does and just ride
ground level activism.
Act as a bridge.
Find a politician that you like and latch onto them. Be like, hey, I like them. I support them.
Be the bridge between the people, or at least your fan base, and the politician of choice.
Yeah,
I would like that way more. Kanye, it's just gonna be an all around no for me.
Oh yeah, hell no.
And
no.
The fact that people are considering or saying, oh, this is a good idea, or
it's not.
He has good ideas.
It's not a good idea.
We already have a celebrity. One more is gonna, like, all these things are, all intents and purposes.
One more is gonna kill us.
Literally, it very well could be. Kanye West has, he has, some things going on up there in his brain that I feel like haven't been professionally dealt with yet.
Okay. Right. I was wondering where we were going, but yeah.
Especially since, he's constantly around cameras, media, all these things. So if you don't see it happen on the tabloids, you see it happen on TV. You see it happen like everywhere, where it's just like, we could see it. I think he's also been diagnosed as being bipolar.
Yes. Which, to say, like, there's nothing, like, we're not gonna sit here and say, like, you can't be bipolar and be president and shit. But however,
right, that is one. I'm not gonna say that. There's one thing to consider when you're dealing with that level of stress, on top of the stress of being a celebrity, on top of like moving around a lot, and you already have this thing going up. It would be very unfortunate if you were to have an episode or just like a certain imbalance at a time where it's crucial for the country, right? Because you can be very convincing, Kanye, to the people around you. Now, you may not be in a positive, balanced state of mind, and I hope I'm saying this correctly, where it's just like, I don't mean to like poke. I'm not poking fun at all, or I'm not.
I know what you mean, but like, I don't
trying to go around.
I don't want people to think it's coming off as like, I don't know, like ableist. Like, I don't know what is and isn't ableist because I don't. I'm not really part of that struggle, so I don't.
Right,
but like, just we're not saying like he can't work at a certain job or have a certain position because of his mental issues and shit like that. It's just really, it boils down to like, he can't do it because he's Kanye and you're a rapper.
Yeah,
you're not a politician.
That also,
mixed without even
with
getting into
the views that you decided to align yourself with as the most recent, I definitely don't want you in there.
And without even actually getting into politics, because politics is boring, he can't. He's just not, like, you can't get on the ballot right now. And if he was trying to run as fucking independent, he isn't currently. So we'll just really just focus on the fact that I know a Kanye album rollout when I see one. Love this nigga's music to death. Follow everything he does creatively. I very strongly practice separating the artist from the art, because that's the only way I can enjoy this shit. And like, I know for a fact when this nigga's just like, yo, I'm releasing some shit, so I'm gonna just draw attention to myself.
Yeah,
it's nasty. I wish he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine how annoying? How annoying?
I don't wanna.
No,
Kim Kardashian would be as the first lady.
As the first lady, son. I didn't.
And this
think
came
about
the day
that when
after
people were talking about that shit.
Released a picture squatted down in a blood printed pants with the matching bag. Disrespectful to the culture, dog. That shit is not fly with me, man. Yeah. I am not throwing on no bandana print.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians will be a very interesting show. If
that shit has to be done. It has to be canceled. You have to forfeit.
I don't think like what's gonna.
And this is a week after
when you're president. Can't you like? Don't you gotta like not run your businesses? Like what's gonna happen to you?
You have to forfeit ownership of your businesses. Yeah. Kanye just came out last week, a 10-year partnership with the Gap.
Right.
You can't like I said, can't run that no more.
Many reasons why like he can't.
You gonna give it to who? Virgil? Huh?
Yeah.
God.
You gonna put barbed wire over those?
They're gonna make
Gap
Virgil
on your Gap, son.
Put Gap on my Gap.
Yo, they're gonna make Virgil the the defense secretary. Wow.
Niggas just gonna fire paper planes in the air. They say plane. Like, what's going on?
You're gonna say
Or
it's ironic.
the bomb say bomb.
Secret agent says secret agent, and it's like,
Wow.
no, fam. Nah,
That's not.
it's just not a. It's
No.
It's like the highest seat in the world has become like this weird publicity. Like,
Imagine Kanye sitting down chatting with Putin. Like they got to go over some shit real quick. That's not going well. Putin's gonna.
He's like, I am Warhol. I am Walt Disney.
This who makes this?
What? Yeah. You Kanye West, nigga.
Super Bowl rings I've stolen off of niggas, bro.
Yeah. He'll run Kanye's pockets real quick. Yeah. It's not gonna be a I don't know. Also, he can't put out music. Actually, wait.
We gonna fight?
Wait, no. I was gonna say if Trump could be Twitter fingers and all that stuff, Kanye's gonna release dumbass messages through music. When you're supposed to be making decisions to protect us in the world,
studio?
if I find you,
Nah, I don't think.
if I find you in the studio, if you put a studio in the Oval Office, my G,
No, he's moving to White House.
That would be
Wyoming.
hard though. That would be.
That would be hard.
Yeah.
That'd be the first time it's done.
yeah, but not with
knowledge.
Kanye.
Obama
in
put a
there.
basketball court. Kanye gonna put a
true.
studio.
I wonder if the basketball court's still there.
I'm
Nah,
pretty sure. I think on
you know
the
Trump just hooping.
You know, Trump had it taken out.
No, I think
Put a-
the
you put a
addition
White
that the
Castle
president's
in
ass stay.
Put a White Castle in.
Yeah, nasty.
His ass
fat
will put a
flubber
Chick-fil-A in the basement.
motherfucker. Fucking hate you.
Very good people.
No, suck balls.
Fucking hate that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I wish people wouldn't play with that position like that. Not because I respect this presidents of the past and blah blah blah. It's what it does to the people on the lower level. On the like, it people are dumb. Americans are just dumb. So like the more you lessen a certain status, a figure, and make it hold less meaning and stuff like that, instead of trying to correct the fucked up meaning that it had for all people before, it's just going to be harder to get shit back on track after this. And
My main concern is that America's we're very celebrity driven here, and everybody's very concerned about becoming a celebrity in their life. So it's like a position like the president of the United States being celebrity driven is really hard, like hurtful for the country. Like people that we need politicians that know what the fuck they're doing. So if the end game is only going to like celebrities, people are just going to be like, I'm just going to become a celebrity, fuck being a politician, and that's going to hurt everything.
Yeah. And then, exactly. And that's the thing we need. We need more politicians to combat the actual racist politicians that we have in here. Like right now, all we got is AOC and we got AOC, Maxine Waters, and
Kanye West.
Damn, there's another Muslim woman in there. Her name escapes me right now. But like, come on, man. We need some people. And of course there's more, but those are just the first three that come to mind. I don't know.
Like imagine us having the first black president as Barack and the second black president as Kanye.
That's wild.
Like that's wild.
A post MAGA Kanye.
A post MAGA Kanye.
Which we don't know. Because conspiracy theory, this could just be a plot to get Trump more votes. Because if Kanye figures out some way to get into the ballots, he's going to split the Democratic ballots, and then it's going to just fuck up any plan of the Democrats. Even though
that's only if he runs as an independent or a Democrat. Because all the votes that would go towards Biden would then be split.
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that the people that are going to vote for Trump are not going to vote for Kanye. But the people that might vote for Biden, they'll be like, well, maybe I'll vote for Kanye. And I'll just lessen those votes. And Trump will just win by a landslide at that point.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm telling you,
if he runs as Republican.
I might have to run.
And I hate cardio. But it sucks. I got a new jump rope though.
Take it in, Marcell. Take it in.
That shit is fire.
Marcell, I was about to walk off right now.
That shit hurt though. We could actually leave. I got nothing else to talk about other than it.
You wrote in the docket Breonna trailer means disrespectful. What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Well, you didn't have to bring that up now because now I didn't want to talk about it. But
I just didn't know what you meant by that.
Oh no, but I guess like right now, like there's been a trend of these Breonna Taylor like memes and stuff like that going on the internet. And at first, it to me it read as I was like, all right, people are finding new ways to be creative and all that stuff to, I guess, keep her name alive in a sense. But now, like the memification of it just seems to be that.
Okay, I know. I see
where
so it's like watering down the message.
People are starting, where it's just like people are finding new ways to plug her name and that message, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, or what happened to the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, with no follow-up information. When this first started happening and this hashtag first began, we would have charts, we would have links, we would have follow-up information of who the cops were. So we also remembered her name, but didn't forget the names of the police officers that did this shit, right? And as time went on, all that backup information stopped, and it just became this meme thing. I saw one the other day with Toy Story, and the names on the bottom of the toys spelled out that message. And I'm like, that's creative as fuck. But isn't it kind of like it now? It's starting to like become rude,
to become a trend,
disrespectful.
Okay,
yeah, and I know it's unintentional, but we can stop that now. Stop that, not stop saying her name, not saying, we could stop doing that and go back to the way it was in the very beginning. Because a lot of people did bring up good points where it's like, we haven't done this with anybody else. And that kind of feeds into like the trendiness of it. We haven't done this with
So I saw someone say that the Breonna Taylor memes were disrespectful, but I was just like, I don't know what they're talking about. What memes? But now that you're explaining, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah,
you see how it could be.
And until you said that, I never like took that into account and like how other people may view it.
Yeah, me too. Especially like picture like, yo, you're her family, you're her mother, and all that stuff. And it went from people
almost
rallying
like,
to
now
like
it's almost like a joke, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, because the same thing happened with what's his name, Elijah
McClain.
The Vanessa. I'm sorry that I didn't have the names.
The one from the military.
The one from the military.
I forgot her last name.
Her last name. Sorry. But like we're not doing it with them. You see all the things, the trends that's been happening with them. It's been very straightforward.
Is
right?
Gillian?
There's Vanessa Gillian.
Okay. What's that name?
Yeah, so it's like all these other names, unfortunately, in hashtags are popping up. And the reason they're popping up because some injustice happened to these people and we want justice for them. But you seem to be doing it for these two people and not Breonna anymore. And it's just these memes, and it just comes off like, come on, guys. Like, I know people mean well, most of them.
Yeah,
that are doing it and sharing it.
I do feel like the memes do keep the names in it, but I do get you with like we should do more than just create memes.
It's not just the name no more, man. It can't just be like I could remember a name. I want justice for that name.
Exactly.
And in order, and if we're spreading these memes like wildfire, just imagine all the information that we could be spreading just as easily.
Yeah.
If you just did that instead of like a creative fucking meme thing for reasons. Because we know how social media works. A lot of people, their attention gets diverted and it's no longer the main message is who can create the most viral, creative type shit.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's what that was. Oh, I put the room in the dirt, huh? I brought this.
No,
I dropped this motherfucker.
You did.
Yeah,
it's life right now, man. We gotta live through it.
Yeah, but there was that, and then the only other thing is shitty segue, but y'all see the tax collector trailer?
I did.
Yeah, I know Marcell's more so the movie buff of the group here. The Tax Collector is a David Ayer movie that's coming out August 7th. I think it's a Netflix
actually
movie.
like the second time we've mentioned David Ayer, because this and he directed Fury.
I was gonna say, I don't know who the fuck
He all
David
over
Ayer
this pod.
is,
but yeah, he's a director. He directed Fury. Did End of Watch.
He did.
And there was
Blink.
something else that I think you guys would know, but I can't remember it. But like he's good. And he's done
Blink.
cop shit
Suicide
before.
Squad. He's done Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he did Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Not really the best representation of what he's capable of, but you know.
Well, yeah, he did Blink, the Will Smith Goblin movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
I didn't see that shit though.
He did End of Watch.
Was I?
That's
But,
you
like,
said that already, right? You said
Yeah. But he's done a lot of cop movies, which is why when I saw him doing another one, I was like, yo, how big was that check or how bad are things going? One or the other.
Tax Collector's not a cop movie.
It's not?
No.
That's the shit with Shia LaBeouf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cops.
They're drug lords.
They are?
They're drug...
Because I saw badges.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, dog.
I mean, a drug lord movie, you would expect to see
I didn't see him in... I saw them in suits, scars on their faces.
Nice suits. Very good suits.
Yeah, they're like extorting all the gangs.
Oh, it says two enforcers for a crime lord.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Literally, the tax collectors, they collect the money for...
They collect the tax?
They collect the tax.
All right, that's even better.
So it's Shia LaBeouf and David Soto. I think
yeah.
that's...
I don't know who that guy is. He might have been in something I've seen before, but I saw Shia LaBeouf. I was on board.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf is back. Amazingly dedicated actor. I'll say
there
that.
you go.
Because anytime there's a movie comes out, he dives fully into it. Fury, he ripped out a tooth. This movie, he got his whole chest tatted. No one asked him to do it. He just did it.
He knows all he has to do is get a fake one, right?
Yeah, but he went for
Jamie Foxx did the same shit when he was in Jarhead. Like, niggas just be going above and beyond.
Yeah.
That's why Jamie Foxx has that head tattoo.
Yeah. What's his name? He played his own abusive alcoholic father
and Honey
in
Boy.
His own bio in Honey Boy.
Yeah.
Like he's another one where if he announced that he's running for president, I'll go, oh boy. That's that's not something I want. But more so I wanted to talk about David Ayer and this movie. And does he have like an obsession with like cholos and like
he might
like LA Mexican gang culture? Not that there's a problem with it, but like I don't know. Like I just started noticing a trend in a lot of his movies. I don't know if it's just because it's LA and he goes into like the hoods of LA and that's just what it's like out there. But it can't be.
Could be one of those things where like he ain't have shit to do with it, and they was just looking for like, yo, who can direct this? And they came across his name on a list and was just like, well, let's ask him. And he's like, yeah, I could use money.
Oh, here's a little background. It says
you know, he grew up when he does Googles.
He grew up in Bloomington, Minnesota, and Maryland, where he was kicked out of his house by his parents as a teenager. He lived with his cousin in Los Angeles, California, where his experiences in South Central Los Angeles became the inspiration of many of his films. So he dropped out of high school houses for a living.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why I thought. I guess because I watched this trailer at fucking 5 a.m. But yeah, I don't know why I thought these things was cops. Yeah. Shit looks good.
You're mixing End of Watch and Tax Collector together,
right? Yeah, that's probably. Yeah. But I was looking at this like, yo, is Shia LaBeouf's character Latino? Is Shia LaBeouf Latino?
No, he's a white guy. David Ayer
just grew up in their culture. Yeah, because I was like, I'm sure people are gonna be upset about that just with the way shit is today.
And they were, and he came out and he said it. Because he said, "What's up, Holmes?" or like, "What up, homie?" Like, with the accent on it.
The way he was talking throughout the trailer, I was just like,
yeah.
I don't know if
just
niggas is gonna be mad about that.
And the thing is, I believe that if he was supposed to be an authentic like Latin dude, that he would have nailed that accent better, just based off of the dedicated method actor he is.
I also
would have been able to nail that accent better.
If he was supposed to be like actually like a Mexican dude from South Central, he'd have been like, yeah, I can't play this part.
I would hope.
It's like, because like I'm not, and you could also just hire anyone that's actually a Latino.
That dude that plays Hector in all movies is also in this movie.
And niggas know if he's not Hector, Hollywood does not understand the way the world works.
Yeah. Also,
let that man be Hector for the 500th time.
Also, George Lopez is in it.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I haven't seen him in a while. He looks good. Yeah. So he lost some weight. So good for him.
Shout out to Joe Lopez.
Yeah, that's all I got, though.
I don't think there's anyone that dislikes George Lopez. Well, never mind. There probably are, but there's no one that dislikes George Lopez for reasonable reasons.
Yeah, they're all lighter than me. Yeah, very pigmently challenged people. But yeah, shout out to George Lopez. I'm waiting for that shit to hit streaming, dog. Like,
yeah, that shit was cool.
What?
Is that Netflix?
I don't think it's on Netflix.
I'll look into it. No, not now, but I was. One of you guys said you thought it was going.
I think it's only. Netflix. I don't know because it said August 7th, and that's the only thing that I can think of because theaters aren't even open. So why would you come out with a new?
Are open. They're just not open here.
For a David Ayer movie like that, I don't understand why they would aim it.
Tenet's release date is August 7th as well.
After they had to push it.
Yeah. But that's the same day, and Tenet's supposed to be releasing in theaters. So somewhere theaters are going to be open in August. I don't know where.
Nah, just put on
Florida. Damn, when you got to take
that's what I was hoping.
You got to take a flight to go to a movie theater now?
I do want to see this movie.
Yeah, I want to see it too. It looks good. I really want to see Tenet. I'd love to see Tenet in theaters, but like with niggas catching COVID everywhere, I'm good. I'll pass. I'll eat that one. Unlike niggas at Fire Island and Florida and name any other place where there's niggas being insensible, retarded, and stupid and morons. Name anything else.
I could confidently say I've been in the only places I've been in have had less than 13 people.
Because you're not a moron.
Yeah, I'm not.
And we fuck with you. We love you. We respect you, Chris. We support that.
Yeah, this. All right, let's get out of here, man. How long we been talking? 2 hours. I'm leaving.
I don't like y'all niggas.
Yeah, I gotta work out in the morning.
You love us, Marcell.
I gotta work out in the morning. As always, this has been episode 95.
95.
Podcast. You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter
at
Duck Jordan _. That's it for now.
Homebodymerch.com, nigga.
Don't go to homebodymerch.com right now. I'm about to shut down the site.
Go to homebodymerch.com.
The only reason I didn't was because, like, all right. So for the people that don't know and shit like that, I work through all my designs are sent to a vendor in the Carolinas, and they print and ship.
Depends how they're feeling, which one they'll go with.
Right. So with me, due to COVID, they've got extremely backed up where fulfillment dates have been extended. And right now it's up to like 6 weeks. They say that item can be take to get fulfilled. And also in order to catch up on the buildup that they're getting, they disabled certain features for me. So I wasn't even able to update my website and put my t-shirts on there. So the reason why I said don't even bother with homebodymerch.com or go to it. You'll get your shit.
Homebodymerch.com flash sale right now.
For your hoodies. Like, who the fuck is wearing hoodies right now? But I was unable to update it. So I was going to take the site down until I forgot that the subscription fee for my website was due yesterday, and it automatically took it out my account. So I was like, well, the month is paid for, so I'm just gonna let the shit run. So that's the situation with me. People could still hit me up and ask for
Now's your last chance to get any of the homebody merch from phase 1. Phase 2 coming in strong, prices going up. Nigga, so's the quality. Get that phase 1 merch, or you be one of the only niggas on the planet without it. You look like a cornball. You look like you wear Virgil shit.
But yeah, one thing, like, you can hit me up. You can hit me up for phone cases. They're shipping phone cases in like 5 days.
Phone cases, mugs. Hit them up for
phone
mugs.
cases. Yeah, phone cases, mugs, canvases,
aprons.
Those are things that are going.
Rugs that say homebody.
I wish
that's actually a decent rug, because that's what it should be. It should be.
I've still been trying to find like do-rags and shit like that. Just trying to find do-rags and nunchucks.
I feel like nunchucks probably more difficult to find. I feel like do-rags should be a little bit easier.
You would think. They're not. A lot of them are over. A lot of them are manufactured over in China, and
well, we taking a trip.
Nah, they can keep it. I ain't bringing back the plague.
What do you mean we?
The brand that I fuck with now is a black-owned brand called Super Stitch.
Let's go.
And
that's what it. Okay, I've been forgetting to ask you where you get your do-rags from.
It's Super Stitch. I love them.
Nigga posts about it every day, my nigga. Yeah, you didn't even have to ask.
I haven't been.
They're
on
the
IG.
softest things ever. They don't give you that little the little Ku Klux Klan pointy joint at the top that some do-rags give you. There's no lines on the forehead. Designed in New York City, manufactured in DR. So
okay.
All black,
it's official,
all black everything. Yeah. It's the same company that
it's not like they come with Tim's.
It's the same company that owns Wave Builder.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So it's the same, or Wave Life. I think that's the company name. Wave Life.
Was that Wave Grease?
The Wave Grease. They have brushes. Oh. They have the cheaper like $5 silkies that are really like nylon.
Yeah.
Polyester. Mm-hmm. They have the same company. Those. But yeah, I love Super Stitch. I have probably like 13, 14 now, and I keep the packages now too. I don't know. I need something to collect now. Yeah, because I'm not collecting comics for the time being, so I need something to collect.
Niggas collecting do-rags.
Still get comics, bro.
I'm not. I don't.
They're doing curbside pickup.
Where?
Midtown.
I'm not driving all the way to the city just to or
Astoria
train. I'm not going. That's still a hot.
I mean, hey man, I get the shit delivered to me. Like I'm not going places.
Excuse me.
Shut up, nigga. That's just
the warehouse needs to open up. That's the warehouse
we should pick it up at the warehouse.
Yeah, but like, all right, weekend curbside pickup.
Yeah,
so let me pick it up there, and it'll be good. But whatever, they don't pay me for.
Nigga called you
ideas.
A peasant.
Fuck him.
Anyway,
my shit comes delivered. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Louis the Designer. LUS, the best way to spell Louis the Designer.
James.
You can find me at JUST_Jivmes. That's JVMES. And this episode is sponsored by nobody.
The R&B artist?
Sponsored by August Alsina.
Oh, wow. There you go.
And whoop.
Huh?
Water. Oh, water.
I can't breathe.
Oh,
I need this off of me.
that was a funny one. If anything came out of this whole situation, it was that.
Yeah, it was that
one line.
Yo, you seen the shit where niggas had Iyanla screaming at some nigga telling him to put his mouth on a hole and speak into it?
Oh, I thought putting his face in the dirt.
Yeah. Nigga said that's how older women teach young niggas how to eat the box. I was just like, I got to get off the internet today.
I saw that. I saw it was retweeted by Carlos Miller, and I was like, all right, that's enough toxicity for today.
That shit was funny.
And I love Carlos.
I was
dying. I love Carlos
everyone
be spitting.
Niggas can find me at DRUM_FU everywhere. That's it.
No, man. All right, man. That's all I got.
Gang, a whole lot of gang activities right now going over here, man.
You know, gang activity happening over here.
Oh, but we had to say allegedly earlier in the thing. After
I didn't specify what gang though. So
The cops don't know what color to look for.
Nope.
Dunkirk, nigga.
We all wearing different shits too.
Hey.
Oh, word.
That
All
rainbow.
right, so bye, I guess.
No.
I don't,
Bye.
No.
Stop recording.
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 No.